Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Just Be Creative. I'm your host Joshua, and today we're going to be doing a discussion video about special needs education. Now, what is special needs education? Well, special needs education, or ESE, as it's known by its acronym, stands for Disability Special Needs Education. Basically, people like me with disabilities will go to special needs classes to know how to read and write and how to do basic skills. And on today's video, I'm going to be discussing. Sorry about that. My education, what it was like, and what it was in detail. And I'm showing the timer, and we're off. So I'm going to be discussing this video, and I'm going to be discussing these important facts and information to you. I'm going to be explaining to you what my time was like back then and what it was like for me back then in school. Now, special needs education is like very similar to what you would call kindergarten. It's very similar, but there are sort of differences. Like we all sit in a circle. Like I'm telling you, when I was in elementary school, we all sit in a circle. We would all talk about our day, what we did that weekend, Alright, I'm gonna go to a typical Monday for you guys. Now every Monday we would sit in a circle and talk about what we did on the weekend. And it's true, you just have a discussion about what we were talking about today. And every day we would have a certain, idea or activity to do, and that would be science or something like that, or something about safety science. And it was really fun. It was like boring education. It was really fun. Because we were learning about basic skills. Now beyond that, I'm gonna skip ahead to high school years. Now in high school, it's not the same. You sit in a circle. You follow directions very, very, very well. And during the math classes, learning how to fill out a form. You learn how to fill out a form, like an insurance form or your address form or something like that. Because those are valuable skills. Those are actually valuable skills because they can help you with when you fill out a form for your insurance or when you fill out a form for, medical needs or anything else you might need. Learning how to fill out a form properly is very important. Well, in my opinion, at least. So when you learn to fill out a form properly, you learn how to write it down perfectly, write down your address, your phone number, your zip code, stuff you need to know. And your personal, and much specific goes beyond that because they can ask you about your doctor's name, about who you're here to see, because they usually ask for that, your doctor's name, your primary physician, your insurance company's name, and your insurance company's name has an ID card. So they give you an ID card that has your insurance on it, but it also has your ID number. Now your ID number is something that you need to remember all the time. Trust me. And always keep your insurance card in your wallet. I mean, when you're not going to the doctor, when you are going to the doctor, keep it at home. And when you are going to the doctor, take your insurance card with you when you go to the doctor. Trust me. But when you're not going to the doctor, don't take it with you. That's the one thing my mom taught me. The reason being is because it's for safety reasons. Because they can easily, because nowadays people can hack into your system. People can hack into your wallet and get your stuff. So it's important to keep your stuff safe when you're not using it. Like for example, I don't need my insurance card when I go to store shopping. So I'm gonna keep it at home, where it'll be safe. A place where I know where it's gonna be at. I know what's gonna be hidden. So we're getting off topic. So learning those type of skills, like for example, learning how to cook, is actually a type of science too, when you think about it. Because cooking classes also combine science. If you think about it, I mean, cooking and science is basically the same thing. You know, you're creating something out of ingredients, you're creating something out of a formula, you know. And you know, I love cooking classes. I love doing that. But I also love math class too. Math was always my favorite. What was your favorite class in school? Let me know in the comments. Again, sorry about that. I just ate, so you know. That's why I got these bowls here. I just ate my breakfast, so you know, I'm just doing this right now. So, and I'm sorry I haven't done a video in a while, but it's been like hectic for me. You know, it's been crazy dealing with a lot of stuff. For example, I just did occupational therapy with my occupational therapist, so you know. And I do the physical therapy, I do get occupational therapy, I get it at home, so I get home therapy, and they come by once a week to do therapy on me, and you know, every couple of weeks I get therapy, because I'm part of this program where I get like therapy, and I get like physical therapy. I have an assistant who helps me out. And if you want to know the noise in the background, that's just this is the family friend named Wanda. So anyway, back to what I was saying. So anyway, when I attended special needs classes, I loved every minute of it. I loved attending the classes. I loved the teacher because the teacher when I was in my first high school, she was real nice, really attentive, really encouraging. Because she would encourage us things we didn't know we could do, you know. Like for example, I didn't know I could do laundry. I didn't know I could, you know, do the laundry myself because in my house my mom wants to do my laundry. No, because she has to because I can't reach for it. So it's like I didn't know I could do laundry. I didn't know I could vacuum the floor. You know, this was all stuff that was brand new to me because I can't do it at home. And I thought I told him I can't do this at home because it's like too dangerous. But she said, here you can. Here you can do laundry. Here you can learn how to use the vacuum cleaner. You know, and she gave me some good safety tips. For example, it's probably basic knowledge, but never ever leave your vacuum cleaner on if you're not using it. Because you could literally burn a hole in the floor. Seriously, you could. And always plug it from the plug, not like pull it from the wire, because you could accidentally cause a fire. You know what I mean? So and we all had class jobs back then when I went to high school. Like for example, my job was to take the attendance and I had to remember everyone's name, and it was like a good educational experience because you had to remember everyone's name, you had to remember what everyone wanted, and you had to do like reading out loud. Like for example, we had to read the lunch menu out loud. Like here's what today's lunch is, you know. It was fun. I had fun with it. Oh, I'm having so much fun with this video today. So, you know, when you start through these classes, it's very, very fun. You know, you don't realize you're learning. You don't realize you're learning. You don't realize you're having education. You know, and you know, I love being part of special needs classes. I love being a student in high school. Because once you turn 21 or 22, I should say, they have to legally, you know, get you out of school, you know, because you're a legal adult now, you can't go to school anymore. So it's like, you know, that's what happened to me anyway. When I turned the age I was old enough to go to school anymore, they basically withdrew me. So you know. And it's been all right. I have a good life now. I have, my family, I have my dog. So I'm kind of glad for that. You know. And it's like I look at things in a positive way. I don't look at it in a negative way. I look at it in a positive way. I don't have any stress anymore. I don't have to worry about no more stress. But as an adult now, I have to worry about my physical therapy, my occupational therapy, my blood pressure, stuff like that, But that's just normal adult stuff you have to deal with every day, That's just normal adult stuff that everybody has to probably deal with every day. And 10-minute video. I didn't have 10 minutes before. So, what else am I going to talk about? Well, we got 3 minutes left. Well, yeah, we got 3 minutes left. So I'm going to continue talking about, well, did I make any friends at school? Yeah, I made some friends. I had some good, decent friends that I made friends with. Have I kept in touch with them since then? Well, no, I haven't. And that happens over time. You change over time. You lose contact with your friends. You lose contact with your buddies from school, and you don't remember them so much. And that happens. It's normal because So when I was in school, it was like a real fun time, but it was also kind of tough too because I had personal health issues I had to deal with back then, so and some of the teachers, well, I'm not gonna say they're rude, but they were really not helpful at times, Like there was this one teacher that was with my mom, and she says, "Oh, Josh, you can't do this, Josh, you can't do that." And my mom goes, "Well, show me what he can and cannot do. Doesn't mean what my son can and cannot do. I know what he can capable of. I know what he can do. Not what he can't do." Believe me, when it comes to me, my mom defends me. Moms are awesome. In that way, I guess you could say. All moms are awesome, I guess you could say. Because my mom defends me when nobody else would. Even at school, she would defend me. But all moms are awesome, I guess like that, huh? My mom is at least. So anyway, let me know what you think of this video in the comments, and I will see you guys next time, because we're at 1 minute. We're at 1 minute, guys, so I'm going to end this video right here. So I'm going to say, see you guys next time. Bye! And don't forget to like and subscribe to this video. Bye! And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Bye! See you guys next time.